If you're new into crypto markets and you're confused by all the different ecosystems, let me break it down for you. So let's use Arbitrum as an example for this. Arbitrum is a roll-up layer 2 blockchain, and a lot of people are invested into Arbitrum, but this has a fully diluted market cap of 8 billion. So the ARB coin, it doesn't have a lot of upside potential for retail investors like me and you, but projects that have been built on the Arbitrum ecosystem, that's going to be a whole different story. So GMX, GMD, Radiant and Vela are just a few of the projects that have made really nice gains, and these have all been built on Arbitrum. That's why I'm excited for these ecosystems. I see huge potential for both airdrops and the potential for high return project launches on the ecosystems. And in a potential bull run, these could go parabolic. Okay, let's jump into the ecosystems. So first on this list is an ecosystem that I am really optimistic about for a number of reasons, and this is Manta. So this project is in a segment of the market that I think is going to play a big role for crypto moving forward and attract a lot of money into it. ZK rollups are starting to become a huge buzzword, and Manta is one of the best in the sector for this. With the burst in popularity, many new dApps will build on ZKs this run, and if you're an investor, that presents a big opportunity for the next bull run. So I'm looking at ecosystems like Manta because that's where the new, fresh and shiny projects will all be releasing. But for ecosystems to be successful, they need to be attractive for developers to build on. So they need to be simple, cheap and effective. And if you can do that, then developers will come to you. And this is exactly what Manta has achieved. With their ZK as a service, developers get an SDK and a ZK library for a plug-and-play environment. And by lowering the barriers to build, this means that they've lowered the barriers to innovate. And the upside potential of innovative projects built on Manta are those 50, 100, 200x gains that we all want to be riding in the next bull run. So we all know crypto can be a little bit like the Wild West at times, and more often than not, if you can find innovation early, you will hit that gold rush. And Manta are positioning themselves to be one of, if not the premier zero-knowledge application hub in the Web3 space. So definitely be on the lookout for projects which are launching on Manta. So next up we have Coinbase's Layer 2 solution, which is Base. So this is another ecosystem where they're putting a lot of time and effort into making this developer friendly. And this is exactly what you want to see because it entices developers to build on the ecosystem. And the draw of building on Base is Coinbase itself. So this is a company that has access to a huge crypto audience, and they're arguably the exchange with the best access to the general public. So many newcomers tend to head straight to Coinbase. I know that this was one of the first exchanges that I ever used, and it does mean that adoption could be much easier with Base and lead to some really strong performing projects. So they have over 110 million verified users and over $80 billion in assets within the ecosystem. Coinbase has the resources that it needs to succeed that every single project would dream of. So the potential of the Base network effect could see it become a blue chip network in the coming years, but that's still a bit up in the air. So before Base was open to the public, there was already $139 million in deposits locked into apps and protocols on the network. There have been a few projects that have launched that have let us see a glimpse of what the Base network can create. I'm sure there will be people out there who have heard of Friend Tech. So this rode the wave of SocialFi hype train and generated millions in fees in a matter of days. It doesn't happen very often, but it does show the investors something important, and that is that there is appetite and interest. I think if this had been in the bull run, I think the hype of it would have been 100x. Projects can go a little bit crazy when everything is green. So the fact that we've seen that level of interest when it's during a bull market is massive. When it comes to TVL, Base comes in at number 10, which is just behind Salana, and it's even higher in active users, coming in number 7. These are promising signs for a new ecosystem that is yet to see its full potential. So if you want areas of opportunity, Base would not be a bad place to start for this. So our third ecosystem for today is the one and only Salana ecosystem. So Salana is making noteworthy strides and reclaiming their numbers in both NFT and DeFi users. Salana allows developers to build smart contracts or any other projects on their network. And it works on a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm along with proof-of-history mechanism. So the proof-of-stake is now the most picked algorithm for new ecosystems. So Solana's 2023 comeback has been a huge one, not only for alternative L1s, but for the Web3 industry as a whole, as it demonstrates there's a lot going on outside of Ethereum and Ethereum-based Layer 2. So the fact that one of the most prominent alternative L1s out there is showing its resilience and ability to turn things around is very good news for the Web3 community. Solana's rise in popularity can be attributed to its offering of lower gas fees and faster transactions, and it has come the closest to challenging Ethereum and attracting users and developers to its ecosystem by offering an alternative to Ethereum's notoriously expensive gas fees. The Salana token itself has been on fire for about the last year, so if you feel like you've been priced out, which you have not, just as an FYI, then you should take a dive into some of the projects that have been built on the ecosystem, as these do have huge potential. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have a layer 0 that has been generating some decent hype, which is Venom. So if you don't know what Venom is, it's a regulation-ready blockchain that is targeting the Middle East, North Africa and other emerging economies that form the foundation for Web3 apps. You should think of Venom as it's like a business chain. They will be attracting major companies to move onto it because it will give them the tools they need and it will be regulated. And this project has a huge amount of capital behind it. Venom and Iceberg Capital set up a $1 billion venture fund that will invest in Series A rounds for projects across crypto. But money does not always equal to success, but I think this amount definitely gives it a really strong foundation to grow from. And just like Manta and Base, it's the ecosystem that Venom creates, which is its absolute core strength for this. So there could be hundreds of big opportunities for investors throughout the Venom ecosystem. It's providing a platform for major companies to move onto Web3, and this is something that hasn't really been super successfully cracked just yet. When it happens though, it could be a huge flood of investment, and as an investor yourself, that is an opportunity you cannot pass up. I believe that the crypto ceiling hasn't even come close to being hit with what it can do, but with the adoption of Web3, this could be the tidal wave that we have been waiting for. Their testnet for this is live just now and it has been seeing decent results. I believe in the first week alone they had something like 220,000 unique wallets that were created, which is a strong showing. And it is important to look at wallet numbers and active users for these things. Activity is really important when you are looking into ecosystems. And for you airdrop hunters out there, there's quite a lot of excitement over Venom's airdrops, so you may want to get into those quite quickly. So make sure you keep out your eyes peeled for projects that are building on Venom, and you don't want to miss out on the insane returns that these could generate. So there you have it guys, Manta, Base, Salana and Venom are the ecosystems that I believe you should be keeping an eye on. Remember that these are ecosystems and the real value as an investor is finding quality projects that are building within these ecosystems. High and fully diluted value means that you won't see big returns on the ecosystem tokens, but with the network effects and the innovation that new ecosystems bring, you could find a gold rush in all four of these. So let me know what your thoughts are on the most up and coming ecosystems, and I will see you next time. Bye!